In a world where fashion sometimes goes rogue, where neon meets plaid and they don't shake hands, where crop tops defy logic, socks wage war on sandals, and one brave soul still believes in the power of denim on denim. This is not the runway. This is not high culture. This is the chaotic catwalk of real life, and we're here to bring justice to the closets gone wrong. You're tuning into Wedgie Wednesday's Fashion Police, where every fashion faux pas is tried, judged, and given a swift symbolic wedgie. We are not here to shame, we are here to name and laugh, of course. From mullet cuts that won't quit to Crocs in combat situations. From pajama pants at Costco to cowboy boots at the beach. That's me, cowboy boots at the beach. No one is safe, not even us. Get ready for eye rolls, cringe scrolls, and your weekly dose of style justice, served hot and mildly judgmental. So grab your mirrored sunglasses, zip up your faux leather, and pray that outfit you wore in public last week didn't make it to our inbox. This is Talk Radio. This is Wedgie Wednesday. And this is Fashion Police. Wednesday, June 18th, 2025.
The following is rated TV MA and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Wedgie Wednesday, only on Talk Radio. Your weekly dive into the wild, crazy world of whatever we want to talk about. This week, it's fashion fails, fashion crimes, and fashion what were you thinking? It's June 18th, 2025, and yes, it's the day we put the fashion back in fashion faux pas. Fashion faux pas. That's right. Today, we are the self-appointed fashion police. Except instead of citations, we're handing out wedgies. Big, bold, metaphorical ones. The kind you remember. Let's kick things off with a quick reality check. We are officially 46.30% through 2025. That means you still have plenty of time to clean up your act. Or let's be real, double down and own your inner fashion disasters. We're 24 weeks and 1 day into the year, which by my calculations is more than enough time for a few wardrobe malfunctions, questionable trend experiments, and maybe a panic purchase or two that you now deeply regret. That's 169 days, 4,056 hours, or wait for it, 243,360 minutes of style decisions made, remade, and instantly regretted the moment you caught your reflection in a store window. And guess what? We've been watching, okay? Not literally. That would be creepy. But the internet has receipts and the people have spoken. Some of y'all are out here looking like 90s sitcom background characters in 4D. So here's the game plan for today. Grab your brightest neon socks. Throw on your biggest oversized tee, get it? T-shirt? The one you borrowed from your cousin in 2007. Buckle up those high-waisted jeans, or if you're brave, velour tracksuits. Because today, we are reviewing the wildest, weirdest, and downright hilarious fashion disasters of the week. TikTok trends gone wrong. Streetwear oopsies. That guy at the farmer's market in flip-flops and leather pants. Yeah, we saw him. And you, yes, you listening, get to vote on who deserves this week's Fashion Wedgie, the highest honor in terrible style choices. It's fashion justice, talk radio style. Oh, and stick around. We've got Crow's Corner coming up, a special update on the failed police partnership, and of course, our runway of ridiculousness, featuring real-life submissions from you, our beautifully mismatched listeners. I don't get much submissions from the listeners, but that's okay. So pull up those saggy shorts, or don't, because you might just make this week's list. This is Wedgie Wednesday. Let's get awkward. Okay, first, the worst of the worst. Buckle up, because it's time to dive into some recent fashion offenses caught in the wild. And trust me, these are so bad they deserve their own citation from the fashion police. Except, we're just here to laugh and hand out imaginary wedgies. Imaginary. First up, oversized everything. I'm talking about people who look like they robbed a tent store and just never gave the gear back. Oversized t-shirts, so massive they could double as parachutes. I saw a guy the other day whose jacket looked like it had enough room for an entire marching band inside. And those pants, baggy enough to hide a small dog. Seriously, I was tempted to throw a stick and see if anything came running out. Now I get it. Comfort is king, But when you're swimming in fabric like it's a pool party, maybe it's time to reconsider your wardrobe choices. If your clothes have their own zip code, you might be overdoing it. Moving on. Neon. Oh, neon. The highlighter of the fashion world. I understand it's summer and everyone wants to bring the heat, but glowing from 3 blocks away? That's less fashion, more safety hazard. Neon pink socks paired with neon green hats, neon yellow everything. At this point, you're basically a walking traffic cone. I'm just waiting for the moment someone mistakes you for a construction zone and tries to reroute traffic. Then there's the classic mismatch. Stripes with polka dots, plaid with paisley, floral with, well, more floral. It's like a fabric acid trip. Honestly, sometimes it looks like the clothes had a wild party and forgot to clean up afterward. But hey, maybe fashion is just abstract expressionism or chaos theory realized through polyester. You know what really gets me? When people try to justify these combos with, it's a fashion statement. No, Karen, that's a fashion question mark followed by an exclamation point of confusion. And don't get me started on socks with Crocs. Yes, I'm talking about the classic fashion crime scene, the ultimate dad joke footwear combo. I saw a guy so committed to this look, he was practically a walking punchline. Bonus points if he's rocking a fanny pack and a bucket hat to complete the ensemble. Your feet can't decide if they're at a pool party or a backyard barbecue, and neither can anyone else. Then there's the camouflage fell. You know the one. Decked out head to toe in camo, trying to blend in, but standing right in the middle of a busy sidewalk. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work. You're not a stealth ninja. You're just a confused fashion tourist. It's like shouting, I want to disappear! But also, hey, check me out! And the barista definitely sees you. Oh, and pajamas as streetwear? It's a thing now. And no, it's not as comfy or cool as it sounds. Unless you want everyone to think you just rolled out of bed and hit the town. Maybe have the silky pajamas for bedtime. If someone mistakes you for a sleepwalker, congratulations. You've nailed lazy chic. Speaking of overdoing it, let's talk accessories. Bracelets, necklaces, rings, hats, sunglasses. Some folks wear so many accessories it looks like they're carrying the whole jewelry store on their bodies. I once saw someone with so many bracelets I half expected them to start ringing like a bell every time they moved. If you're hauling your entire accessory collection out, maybe it's time to ask, is this a fashion statement or a pack mule situation? And then there's logo mania. From head to toe, covered in logos. It's like they're shouting, look how many brands I own. But it ends up looking less fashionista and more walking billboard. Honestly, if I want to see ads, I'd watch TV, not pass you on the street. And last but not least, the sock tan line disaster. You know the ones, the bright white socks paired with shorts that reveal that perfect sock tan line. It's like your feet are sending a message. Yes, we wore socks, but also no, we didn't leave the sun. Congratulations, your feet just gave us the summer's best mystery. Look, I'm all for self-expression, but there's a fine line between creative and catastrophic. Okay, if your outfit needs a survival guide or a warning label, maybe it's time to rethink. Honestly, fashion is supposed to be fun, not a public safety announcement. So, to all the oversized, neon glowing, pattern mixing, sock wearing adventurers out there, I salute your bravery. But also, please consider this your official wedgie warning. Fashion might be subjective, but wedgies, those are universal. Now it's your turn, literally. We asked you on social media to send in your craziest, funniest fashion disasters. And of course, y'all delivered. Well, actually, turns out we didn't exactly ask anyone this week, which is probably why our inbox looks like a ghost town. Yep, crickets, nada, zero. So while we were hoping for a flood of fashion fails, all we got was, well, silence. But hey, we are nothing if not optimistic and maybe a little stubborn. Yeah, I said it, I'm stubborn. So in the spirit of improvisation, I had to say that 3 times. We did find a few fashion disasters lurking in the corners of the internet, and even some messages from you, the few brave souls who did somehow manage to share. Let's check them out. Tina from Seattle writes, I wore 2 completely different shoes to work once. One sandal, one sneaker, and didn't realize until lunch. Mike from Portland says, I bought a shirt that was supposed to be one size fits all. It was more like one size fits none. I drowned it in it. Sarah from Lakewood admits, I wore socks with sandals for a whole week. No shame. Thanks for stepping up, you fashion rebels. And if you want to help us avoid this embarrassing silence next time, make sure to hit us up before the show with your epic fashion disasters at Talk Radio Wedgie. Yeah, well, hashtag Talk Radio Wedgie. I mistaked hashtag for at. But you can do that on Instagram or over on YouTube or Facebook, wherever y'all post. We promise we will ask next time. Pinky swear. Pinky swear. I feel like my wife. Pinky swear. Keep those disasters coming and we'll make you famous here on Wedgie Wednesday. Alright, everyone. The moment we've been waiting for. It's Fashion Wedgie voting time. Here are your nominees for this week's Worst Fashion Offender. Oversized Tent Guy, the human mobile shelter who's already ready to camp out anywhere. Neon Nightmare, the walking highlighter who lights up the night in everyone's eyeballs. The Pattern Bandit, mixing prints like it's a crime scene with no witnesses. Socks and Sandals Enthusiast, the timeless fashion felony we love to hate. Here's how you vote. Drop your choice right now in the live chat. Just type the name of the number of your pick, and we'll be tallying your votes live. So number 1, Oversized Tent Guy. Number 2, Neon Nightmare. Number 3, The Pattern Bandit. Number 4, Socks and Sandals Enthusiast. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. Feel free to vote as many times as you want. We want to see those fingers flying. While you vote, I'll be keeping an eye on the chat and calling out some of the funniest or most creative votes. So keep them coming. Keep those votes coming. Remember, you decide who gets the biggest wedgie this week. While those votes get rolling in and the tension builds, who will take home the dreaded Fashion Wedgie crown? Let's take a quick detour into how not to get a wedgie in the fashion world. Because, hey, fashion disasters are only fun when they're intentional, or at least avoidable. Here's the official advice from your friendly neighborhood fashion police. No citations, just style salvation. And I am the fashion police, everybody. Oversized everything? Look, we get it. Baggy clothes are comfy, like wearing a blanket you can walk in. But if your shirt doubles as a parachute and your pants could hide a small family of raccoons, it's time to size down or visit your local tailor. A little nip and tuck can turn lost in the laundry into effortlessly cool. Remember, clothes should hug your body just enough to say, yeah, I got this, not send help, I'm trapped. Neon Mania. Unless you're signaling an emergency or Auditioning for a retro 80s music video, neon is best kept to a single statement piece, a neon sneaker or a wild jacket. Sure, neon from head to toe, that's a highlighter overdose, and not the good kind. If you want to glow, do it with class, not a traffic stop. Mixing patterns, the ultimate fashion minefield. This one can be tricky. The rule of thumb, stick to complementary colors or mixed patterns that differ in scale. Small polka dots can play nice with big stripes, if you're careful. It's like a visual jazz combo, chaotic but harmonious if done right. If you're unsure, lean on neutrals to calm things down, or just pick one bold pattern and let it shine solo. Socks and sandals. This one's been debated forever. Some say never, others swear by it. Here's the bottom line. Save it for your backyard barbecue or a day at the beach. Definitely don't flex this combo in public. Unless you're a legend like Steve Irwin or a fashion rebel who laughs at convention. Otherwise, it's a fast ticket to Wedgie Wednesday infamy. And here's the secret sauce. If you're going to break these rules, and believe me, fashion is all about self-expression, do it with confidence. Own the wildness, the mismatches, the neon nightmares. Because when you wear your look like you mean it, people aren't judging, they're impressed. So remember, fashion isn't about perfection. It's about personality, attitude, and maybe a little bit of fun. Just try to keep the wedgies to a minimum, alright? Okay, we're halfway through voting, and so far, nobody's voted. But, you know, that's what happens. So, remember, number 1 through number 4. Number 1 was the oversized tent guy. Number 2 was the neon. Number 3 was, what was number 3? Let me see. Oh, the mixed patterns. And number 4 was the socks and sandals. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, everyone, we're opening up the floor for your fashion disaster stories and style defenses. Well, not quite yet, because we don't have phone lines. No calls coming through today, but don't worry. We're cooking up something even better. We're gearing up to launch a Discord voice chat where you can jump in live, share your wildest fashion fails, defend your style choices, and banter with us and fellow listeners right here on Wedgie Wednesday. No awkward phone calls, just easy, real-time fun with a community that loves all things wedgie and wild fashion. I just gotta get that worked out. If you haven't already, make sure to join the Crow Rules Entertainment Discord server. That's where all the action's gonna go down. It's your backstage pass to Wedgie Wednesday with exclusive chats, sneak peeks, contests, and soon live voice hangouts where you can be part of the show. So come hang out, share your stories, and get ready to snag some wedgie glory. We can't wait to hear from you on Discord, where the real fun begins. Keep an eye out for the invite link on our socials and jump in anytime. Your fashion disasters deserve a crowd that gets it. Now, to Crow's Corner real quick. Okay, gather around, Lakewood. Yes, this is still part of the Lakewood thing, the people around my hometown. It's time for another serving of civic sass, straight from the corner that's feathered, fearless, and fed up. It's Crow's Corner. And today's Wedgie Award goes to, drumroll made entirely of passive-aggressive emails, the Lakewood Police Department. Why? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because after weeks, and weeks of back and forth emails, ideas pitched with love, purpose, and Canva made PDFs, our non-monetary, totally reasonable, hyper-local community-forward partnership proposal vanished like a jaywalker when they spot a cruiser. We had ideas, segments, a vision, a whole talk radio plus LPD collaboration designed to make public safety cool, community policing relatable, and officer-friendly fan favorite. But instead of badges and broadcast magic, we got silence, crickets, ghosted like a bad Tinder date. So for leaving us hanging like a perp on the edge of a confession, and for missing out on a golden opportunity to connect with the very people they protect, the Lakewood Police Department gets this week's official Crow's Corner Wedgie Award. Rip, that's the sound of potential being yanked up and wasted. Look, the offer's still there, folks. The door's open. But until then, the only sirens we'll be hearing are the ones going whoop whoop on your dreams. Remember, this is Crow's Corner, where truth gets aired out like dirty laundry, preferably before it gets wedgie. And it's all in fun because this is Wedgie Wednesday. It's the wild, crazy night. But the door is still open. The police chief said, maybe in the future. So it's still open for possibilities. All right, Wedgie watchers, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The votes are in, and there are none. The fashion jury has deliberated, and after several dramatic walk-offs and one glitter explosion in the group chat, I have a winner. I'm going to pick one myself. Dramatic pause, please. The one, the only, oversized tent guy. How's he fit everything in there? You know what I'm saying? How is he going to walk around in a suit that looks like he's got animals in there or a parachute flying off his back? I mean, seriously, it's crazy. I don't understand. But fashion isn't always about playing it safe. So, yeah, I know. But we salute them with the ultimate fashion wedgie. So, take a bow, oversized tent guy. You've officially earned the Luminous Legend badge. Your crimes against being in that outfit. It's crazy. Shout out to everyone who voted, which was nobody. Whether you were voting for the oversized tent guy or the neon or the whatever, your input turned this fashion roast into a full-blown comedy catwalk. Before we close out, a little style wisdom for your week. Fashion trends are like TikTok dances. Just because it's viral doesn't mean you should do it. But laughter, that's timeless. It's always fun to laugh. So keep your looks bold, your socks matched if you can, and remember, sometimes the biggest fashion risk is not taking one, or maybe taking way too many at once. Now, as we start next week's big theme, we're going to be changing up Wednesday as well as every other night. We're going to be mixing in local stuff with the regular stuff. So, we will be getting more local laughs and stories from our very own streets here in Lakewood. So, coming up next week, new Wedgie Wednesday add-ons, video yearbook segment. We'll check in with students across Lakewood high schools, from TikTok-worthy class projects to behind-the-scenes updates on our talk radio video yearbook ideas. You might even hear a teacher trying to use Gen Z slang. Pray for them. We will have Lakewood After Dark for the 21-plus crowd. Open mics, DJ sets, karaoke, throwdowns at local haunts. We've got the lowdown on where Lakewood keeps its weird and wonderful after sunset. Menu drop. Every week we'll highlight one killer dish from a local spot. This week's tease, someone doing hot Cheeto tacos, and we are so here for it. Hot Cheeto tacos. Okay. Main Street Minute. Got a new bubble tea place? A sad goodbye to a pizza joint? Local shops are changing fast. We'll keep you posted with our Main Street Minute. Lakewood Lit, book recs, library events, and student stories worth the read. We are talking to local authors and checking out what's hot on the shelves at Tillicum, Springbrook, and beyond. It's all about keeping it local, keeping it loud, and keeping the fashion faux pas coming. I know I probably mess that up all the time, but that's okay. Whether you're a Clover Park kid rocking Crocs with confidence or a Lakes grad still clinging to skinny jeans, we've got a wedgie with your name on it. Thanks for vibing with us this week on Wedgie Wednesday's Fashion Police. Catch you next time for more outfits gone rogue, laughs that'll make your side hurt, and a deep dive into Lakewood's pop culture playground. Stay stylishly silly, Lakewood. And remember, hit that like button. Do the share. Subscribe to my channel. Chat away. I've got some people chatting over here. And they're my Dandy's World people, so they're talking about Dandy's World stuff. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, anyways, much love, you guys. I will talk to you all next week on Wedgie Wednesday. But I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, with Time Warp Thursday. It's going to be a good show, I think. Y'all should stay tuned. And then finally, we'll have Finally Friday with my interview with Claude Beauty, which is a YouTube content creator. A fan request, interviewing Claude Beauty. So I wanted to give in to the fans wanting that. And I was like, okay, whatever. So stay tuned for that on a Friday. Peace out, everybody. Love and peace and hair grease and chicken wings.